Hi everyone, my name's Emma and I'm just going to talk about my mission work with Steiger. So I started coming to Lifezone for about 5.5 years. It was a really big step of faith for me to move to Tauranga, and I ended up coming to Lifezone because I came to the church camp a few weeks before I came to Tauranga. So having a church family made the transition to Tauranga a lot easier. When I moved to Tauranga, I knew that it was going to lead to some kind of role in ministry, but I didn't really know what that would look like. And so I moved to Tauranga to study early childhood for about 1.5 years, but it was really hard for me to let go of that dream to be in ministry. I decided to surrender that to God and focus on my studies and just see what happened. And so, because I ended up failing papers, and so I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going to lead me, but I'm going to just surrender this to God. And then I actually ended up failing papers again in my course. And so that was really hard for me because I just surrendered something to God and then given a dream to Him, and then now I had to let go of another one. So I was just so confused about what I was doing. So I ended up having to leave study. It was actually a really beautiful season of learning to be faithful where I was. At that time I was looking for a place to live, and one of my friends had lived at this community house. So I thought, why not? I'm passionate about community and about ministry and stuff. Why not take that opportunity and move to that house? And little did I know how much moving there would change the trajectory of my life. I had a meeting with one of the people who works for this organisation called Steiger, and they were like, oh, maybe you'll even work for Steiger someday. And it was just a really calling moment of that was where I was meant to be. And long story short, I ended up getting a job that was 30 hours a week and a place to live and all of these things all at once. So I went from having no plans and not knowing what I was doing to a ministry that gave me purpose. And as I lived at that community house, it was just really clear to me from the beginning that was what I was made to do. It felt just like finding my people and finding what I was made to do. So I decided to go to the Steiger Mission School in 2019, and so God provided all the money for that, and then I came home after that and started working for Steiger. Steiger is an international mission organisation that particularly focuses on people from the ages of 17 to 35. For a lot of people, when they set foot in a church, there's a cultural barrier or a cultural difference. It's kind of bridging the gap between the secular world and the church, and using music and creativity and community to present the gospel to young adults in a way that they can understand. A community house is a place where young adults live in community together, and so we eat meals together and do life together. Not only that, we're also outward focused, so that means that people who don't know Jesus can come and experience community when we invite them to our events or invite them over for dinner, and then they get to experience what the Christian life is like through deep conversations with people and just doing life with people. Living in community has been really impacting for me because growing up, when I was a preschooler, I was diagnosed as being autistic, and so then I had a lot of shame for being who I was. Living in community has kind of been like you can't hide who you are when you live in community, because they're gonna see your whole self, the good sides and the bad sides. And there's just something really beautiful about people who see all of your brokenness but love you anyway. And so it's really helped me to be able to be free to be myself. And also this year, I've actually had the opportunity of mentoring other autistic people. And at the end of last year, I started a group called the Island of Misfits. And so that's a group for people who feel like they don't fit in or they don't have a place where they can be themselves. And it's just a discussion group for Christians can come, non-Christians can come, just anyone, and just having a place where they can talk about the deep things in life and where they don't feel judged for what they believe or what their opinions are. We also do different things with art and creativity, which I really love as well. We also do some different outreaches during the year, sometimes at the universities, or during the summer we did some things at the beach. Yeah, really focused on building relationships with young adults. So yeah, working for Steiger has really been such a journey over the past 3.5 years, and I feel like God's really been leading me in so many different areas. And yeah, if any of you are interested in being part of what we do with Steiger, or if you want to hear more about what I do, then I would love to meet with you and have coffee with you and share what we're doing with Steiger. But yeah, I'm really grateful for God for how He's led me in this.